Hello, 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 and welcome to the Southern Belle NOLA channel. I'm your hostess, Southern Belle, and this is the Bargains by Belle auction. Thank you ever so much for being here. It looks like we have a lot to talk about, and I have some of the answers, but not all of the answers. Let me answer the questions I'm seeing first. Who changed my name? Y'all, I don't have the ability to change anybody's name. So I have been told um, by several people on YouTube that YouTube is changing it when there are people with similar names. So when you comment, um, let me think if I see, I can't use anybody as an example without doxing anybody. A lot of the people like Melissa's okay if I use you as an example. When Melissa tuned in, Melissa's going to be our mod and is going to run the chat tonight. It said her regular name of Melissa. But when she comments, you'll see it's got the name that it's currently showing by her pretty picture. Oh, and if y'all are on my Discord, take a look at the pretty picture of grandma and granddaughter. They look so much alike. It is amazing. It's like the only difference is age. It is one of the most loving grandmother granddaughter pictures ever, ever, ever. But anyway, the name that it's showing is her YouTube name. So when she comments, therefore, I see that. It took me a little while before I realized, oh, Mixie O is Sweet Melissa. So Crochet Queen Kathy 1089, well, I could kind of figure out that's CQ Kathy. So, okay, thank you, CQ. I appreciate that. I'll use me as an example. Up until this point, when you see me in auctions, it will say Southern Belle Auctions. But my actual channel name, and I have to say this when I go on other people's auction, is Southern Belle NOLA. So I too have a difference of name. But I'm thinking it's actually going to help me out because people will actually know if my name starts saying Southern Belle NOLA in chats, they'll actually be able to find my channel rather than saying, now what's the name of your channel, Southern Belle Auctions? So that's why I'm thinking that they changed it because people were constantly saying, oh, what's the name of your channel? What's the name of your channel? In reality, not everybody has a channel. Or in reality, sometimes people are just going to watch other people. They're not actually there to promote their own channels. So, but I don't make the rules. I run my own channel. So I was expecting y'all to be talking about my internet after what happened, and I thought it was going to be about me, and it turned out to be about y'all. Oh, it's amazing how God works. Hello, Janice. Oh, and hello, Laurie. Hello, Melissa. Hello, CQ Kathy. Okay, well, now that we've talked about y'all, let's talk about me. So, for those of you saying last weekend was horrible, you must have been so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I was absolutely so embarrassed. And, it breaks my heart because I was paying a lot of money for internet and for it to just go out for no reason in the blink of an eye to keep y'all waiting is unforgivable. It is rude. It is the opposite of Southern hospitality. I was so blessed that my friend Joni, though, was here to co-host and talk to y'all and sold things with y'all. Is that Joni not just a breath of fresh air and a ray of sunshine? I am truly so glad that she and I have become friends, both through adversity and also just through the kindness and connection of finding out that we're both sisters in Christ. So, but Joni won't be here tonight. She's selling on another channel, and I want her to do great. That's actually why she co-hosted last week, is because she let me know that she was going to be busy this week. So, and then on Monday, bless her heart, Jane, to keep y'all entertained and going. And then when she couldn't even speak because she had knocked herself out but could get back in, However, she couldn't upload her voice. That's one of those buttons that only the channel owner can press. So on StreamYard, you can have an administrator if you pay, which I'm on the free plan now. On Restream, they don't have a slot for administrators, so it's only me. But I'm really hoping now that I have this better, fancier internet service, which is costing me $70 a month. And that's $70 a month before the taxes. I am scared to see my actual bill when they add in the taxes and the fees and all that stuff. My, oh my. So this better be the best internet service I have ever had. So y'all will have to let me know if you think there's the same amount of lag, more of a lag, less of a lag. But I had to do something to change it. And they just weren't willing to fix my old system. I really think that it was them putting in the new system, pardon me, that made the old system go kablooey. Kind of like, if you suddenly get a dishwasher or a washing machine and suddenly you have less water pressure. I think that's what happened to the internet is they upgraded to this AT&T Air, and for everybody that didn't upgrade that was on the old system, it just made their internet speed and pressure and availability just plummet. But I can't prove that. That's just my like conspiracy theory. Okay. Well, anything else y'all want to talk about before we get started? It's just a few of us here. I realize there's other auctions going on, but I had canceled the Tuesday auction and I just couldn't keep canceling auctions. Plus, it's snack hour. So I really wanted to have the snack hour because I thought that was super fun. We had people who requested things. They may not necessarily be here, but I can always show it to y'all and they can watch the replay. YouTube took away my comment space. I don't know what that means. And still the same YouTube name on Colleen's channel. Well, this is what I'm thinking, Kathy, and I could be wrong. I'm thinking that YouTube doesn't change every account and every channel immediately in the blink of an eye. I'm thinking that they like start with the smaller, newer channels, and because those are easier to change over. And then as the changeover keeps rolling out, it will eventually get to the bigger channels. But I could just be wrong. I could just be wrong. Y'all feel free to message YouTube and ask. I'm so not customer service for YouTube. I'm not hardly even customer service for me. I'm usually asking mods, oh no, what do I do? I think I made a mistake, or I think I got this confused, or this person wants this, or is that even possible? But I'm so blessed that the few of y'all who are here are here. I appreciate your friendship. Y'all can let me know what you think of the internet. If I'm getting my money's worth, just means I have to sell more or sell better or sell more quantities. But I'm trying not to raise prices. Summer's a hard time anyway. Usually that's when we have the fewest sales because people are spending their money on other stuff, vacations and ice cream and pools and beaches and travel and gasoline and stuff. So although it's the time for me that I get out the least just because it's so hot. Okay, well, I'm just talking. So if there's anything y'all want to talk about it, put it in the chat. We are friends and we can talk. Otherwise, I might as well get this started by saying, laissez les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life, roll in your heart, roll in your soul. Roll on and on and on. And I think the few of y'all that are here know my whole opening spiel. So I'm just going to condense it down to If you've never been here before, register. My methods of payment are Zelle and PayPal, and I ship with pirate ship. And that way we can get on with snack hour. But the way we start is with our Belle's Bargain Bonanza, where everything is going to start at just $1 for choice. And of course, with this being the snack hour, I had to have some snack hour options. So the first one is a box of 6x6, a square parchment paper. Now, this is starting to come apart. If that bothers you, don't buy it. I only have one anyway. But if you're looking at a way to just quickly grab things and hand them out to kids, or to hold them, or not have to put them on the counter or the table or the park bench, or, you know, an outside table, then this can be an easy buffer. So it's a whole box of 60. And yes, you could just buy a roll of parchment paper and cut it yourself. But that's kind of a lot of trouble. Okay, next, those of y'all who know me know I love lemonade. I especially love pink lemonade. Sometimes people think that Southerners drink tea all the time. And I'm like, I don't, well, you know, maybe peach tea in Georgia. But most of the South drinks pink lemonade. Now, those Texans, they really like their tea. And this is a beautiful pink lemonade. I like this one because it's made by Emergency, and it has 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in it. I know some people take big pills, they take vitamins, they take chewables or gummies. I feel like I need the beverage anyway, so I just make this. So it takes away my thirst, gives me something to drink, and gives me some extra vitamin C. And it's natural fruit flavors. And last but not least, for those of y'all with a sweet tooth, I found this fancy foreign snack. It's from Europe. I was excited to get it. Oh, I think it's upside down. So let me tell you what a knoppers is. I may not even be pronouncing that right. It's a milk hazelnut wafer. It has not one, not two, not three, but 5 layers of wafer with milk and hazelnut creamy filling. So 5 layers with all these creamy fillings. So they're calling it a milk hazelnut wafer. Oh, and it's crispy. But you would expect a wafer to be crispy. All right, so anybody for $1? And then after, we will continue with our snack hour, our Saturday snack hour. And Jenna says, all we can make sure is that we have a good channel name. That's true. And you can always change your channel name. I mean, how many names has Sweet Jen had? So I think she changes it very often, but it just shows us that we can change it to what we want it to be. So if Janice M. Northeast doesn't want to be Janice M. Northeast, if she wants to put in her state or her city or her favorite animal or her favorite flower or whatever, she can absolutely change it. Now, I know that she's not in the Northeast. She's in the Northeast of a particular state, which I won't dox. But, you know, there could be people who read it and think, oh, she's in the Northeast of the United States. But no, that would be Kathy and Melissa and Melinda. Oh, not actually Janice. But Janice makes a really good point. Okay, Laura's in for $1. We are looking for $1.10. Laura knows a snack that I have a limited quantity of and can't get more. So when I sell out of these, that's it. I love when I can bring y'all these fancy international foods. It's one of those things you won't see on other channels. Because sometimes a lot of us will retail arbitrage some similar foods, but This is something the other channels won't be able to get. Not from a chain store. All right, anybody else? Otherwise, Melissa's going to count this down. Oh, is it okay to still call you Melissa? Or do you want me to start calling you by your YouTube name? It'll be funny to see some people we all know and see their YouTube name and think, wait, who is that? People have to say, oh, you know me. I'm fill in the blank. We're like, oh, that's your real YouTube name? Like, y'all would be really surprised when you see Laylo's name. Although she may have changed it to be more similar to Laylo by now. She's one of the people who put this on my radar because she knows stuff. That girl is smart. Okay, Laurie, how many? How many? So y'all always remember to put in a times symbol and the quantity. And then we'll see if anybody else wants these unless she buys me out. Oh, and I'm not sure if I even showed y'all the date on these. Let me show you the date. And you'll see it's written in what I call European, where they changed the day and the month. So it's the 30th day of the 11th month of 2025. If you've ever been to Europe and even tried to sign in on a guest book, you'll notice that they write their date in a different order. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, here's 3 for you. Anybody else? I still have a few more if anybody else wants to try these. Got a couple more. Anybody else like hazelnut? Okay, last call on these then if there's no interest. All right, let me clear these away then, and we will start I guess technically we are already in snack hour, but I've got more stuff, different stuff. I was in a chat this past week. I want to say it was maybe Colleen's, could have been Tracy's, and everybody was talking about muffins. And somebody was baking muffins. Somebody else wanted muffins. Oh, muffins sound so good. And we started talking about our favorite muffins. So I decided that I'd bring y'all some muffins. And I have to confess, are those hazelnut? Yes, they're made with hazelnut. You might not have seen the description. Here's the description, Janice. It says milk hazelnut wafer, 5-layer wafer bar with milk and hazelnut creamy filling. So this is what it looks like. Oh, and it's crispy. So you can see the wafers and you can see the fabulous fillings in between the 5 layers. So I have a few left if anybody else is interested. Okay. So we're going to do whole boxes of muffins. Each box apparently contains 20 muffins. I'm going to start these at $4. $4. Now, I have to confess, there was one box that was ripped open. And so I ate that one box. So I can tell you that they're in a bunch of individual sacks. They're not all just loose. In fact, if you look really closely, it says 20 muffins and they're in 5 packs. So I ate the birthday cake flavor and they really, really, really did taste like birthday cake. So what I have to sell to y'all is a choice of the blueberry or the chocolate chip. Oh wait, how many do I have? All right, let me see. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, just put these away. Okay, I have 6 more. 6 more, Janice. Here they are. 6 more. I kind of have these turned wrong, but they're the same. There we go. Okay, apparently the internet is not fixing my lag, but thank you, Melissa, for catching those questions when I'm missing them. Okay, anybody for muffins? I know I probably should have started these at 5 since you're getting 5 portions in here, but I'm starting them at just 4. Okay, Janice is going to get all 6. All right, let me grab those back out and put those in a sack for you. Okay, here's your 6. Good choice because I won't be able to get more. Okay, so back to the mini muffins. So we've got a choice of chocolate chip or barbecue or blueberry. Can you tell I don't like blueberry? So I have such a mind block against it. Chocolate chip or blueberry. And one of the things I really like about it is that there is no trans fat and there's no high fructose corn syrup. And sometimes you read that and you're thinking, it's going to taste more like a scone than a muffin. But these are sweet and delicious. And they're really soft and moist too. These are by Baker's Treat, but they really have that hostess type taste to them. Truly, truly. Okay, any interest in the muffins? Oh, I should show y'all the date on these. The date on this one is, oh wait, I think it's backwards. No, maybe not. I'm still not good on dates. Here we go. The date on the blueberry is 7/11. And the date on this one is still upside down. 7/21. Okay, so those are the dates. All right, let's move these aside. Okay, next, how about something salty? I found this new caramel corn pops. You know, most of the time when you see corn pops, it's either just corn or it's onion flavor or it's spicy. I had never seen caramel before. So I thought this is going to end up tasting like some kettle corn. So I got y'all a bag of this September 12th because I just thought that's going to hit so many notes of both the sweet and the salty. Oh, these are going to be $3 for choice. Okay, next choice is going to be heirloom popcorn. This is truffle flavor. Whole grains, less fat. The date on this one is 7/11, so you still have a few weeks on it. So $3 for choice. And the last one is Big and Bold Duets Popcorn Mix. It's everything bagel flavor with cream cheese flavor. It's a blend of two gourmet popcorns, no preservatives, non-GMO, gluten-free, whole grain, vegan, and the date on these is 6/30. So we're getting close. Getting close on this one. Three great choices. These are all of family size. Okay, Janice is in for three. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Chris. Hello, hello. Now, Chris, I still have your cute little cross charms. I continued everybody's invoice over because I just hate to ever charge anybody as much in shipping as in cost of goods. But with canceling an auction, everybody who had a bill of less than $20 got their invoices carried over. Those of y'all who had an invoice of over $20 were invoiced, and most of y'all have already paid, and I appreciate that so, so much. All right, we've got Janice in at three. We're looking for 310 or more. Oh, look, a cute little strawberry, because y'all remember that Laurie lives in the strawberry capital of Louisiana. That's so sweet. That makes me say, oh, shucks, Chris, shucks. I love working her little channel slogan into my welcome of her. I love it when y'all have a slogan or a song or something I can sing. Okay, Melissa is counting this down. And Melissa is doing such a fantastic job just to have gotten through last weekend with all of the internet issues and willingly came back for more to help me. All right, final warning. And Chris, we're in the Saturday snack hour until the top of the hour, so that's why we're having snacks. All right, let's see which one or ones. Okay, she's going for the caramel. How many? I have five. Okay, just one. And I see that Chris Shuck is also in. So, Chris, let us know if you'd like the truffle popcorn, the caramel corn pops, or the big and bold duets popcorn, which is a duet of everything bagel and cream cheese. Okay, big bold duo times one. All right, I have two of those, so I have one more of those left. Anybody else on that one or any of them? Thank you, Miss Chris. And y'all remember that every Saturday for the first hour, we'll keep having our snack hour. That way, y'all know where to find it. Okay, last call on these then. Okay, next. This one is a one and done. I only have one of these. It is Clancy's Baked Barbecue Chips. So if you like barbecue chips like I do, but you would rather have 80% less fat, well, this is the baked version of a barbecue chip. $3. Okay. Welcome, Jocelyn. Josisi. Okay. She's going to take my only truffle popcorn. Okay. I got it. Let me know if you want any of the others as well. All right. So next I have the baked barbecue chips. I only have one bag of these. So if you want it, you need to bid it up. But I love barbecue chips. And okay, I picked the right one then. When you said pipcorn, I thought she literally means the pipcorn brand. So you'll love those. They're delicious. Truffle, anything is so expensive. I was so excited to get those, and that was my very last bag. So if you like the flavor barbecue, but you're trying to eat healthier, I have these ones. Oh, let me show y'all the date. The date is October 12th, so plenty of time to eat them. Okay. This is a one and done. And I should also tell y'all these are gluten free. And it's 110 calories. All right. Anybody for the Clancy's Baked Barbecue? $3 starting beyond. All right. Last call on these then. I can't be too sad because I really wanted to try these myself, but I thought I'm going to put them up on for auction like a good little girl first, and then if they don't sell, they'll let myself open them. Because what y'all may not know about me is barbecue is my favorite flavor of chip. I know you wouldn't think that because I'm not in Texas, I'm not in Tennessee, but I love me some barbecue chips. Yes, y'all hit the thumbs up. We may be a small group, and I'm hoping it's a small and mighty situation. Okay, still at $3. I got two flavors of pretzels. And these aren't any pretzels. These are the fancy and fabulous Pop Daddy pretzels. So I've got a choice between garlic, parmesan, and this is made with flavor so bold, it's a lip smacking and finger licking. So just remember, I reminded y'all, lip smacking and finger licking. And I have to admit, I do find myself licking my fingers. Um, but it's because they're covered in a garlic parmesan. So that's the first flavor. Here is the second flavor for those of y'all with a sweet tooth or you like both sweet and salty. These have cinnamon sugar on the pretzels. To me, I get churro vibes from these because when I think of cinnamon and sugar, I think of churros. But same brand, same promise of lip smacking. So $3 for choice. If there's anything y'all are looking for, let me know. Okay, last call on these. Last call. Oh, okay. Jocelyn's in for 3. All right. Anybody else? Let's just go ahead and count these down and sell them off. I almost passed. Oh, Janice is at 310. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't pass now that y'all are all excited to bid. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Jossie is at 320. Oh, Janice with a power bid at 350. All right, Jocelyn is out. We'll count this down to Janice and see if she's going to go for the savory garlic parmesan or is going to go for the sweet and spicy of cinnamon and sugar. And y'all make sure to let me know how many you want. And Melissa is fantastic at this. I can't believe you didn't tell me what a great mod you were before now. I'm like, you've been hiding secret talents from me, Melissa. You were just waiting until I was in need of somebody, I guess. And I'm so blessed that you stepped up to help me. I'm still looking for help in making the list of who buys what. So if anybody can help me, let me know. Otherwise, Layla is going to be stuck watching the replay and writing down the list from the replay. But I'm looking for some people to help with that for future auctions. Okay, she is going for 1 garlic. Okay, here's a garlic for you. All right, anybody else? I think Jocelyn was the backup bidder, right? Jocelyn, I'm not sold out of anything. Any of these you want? If so, let me know which ones and how many. And these are truly so good. I think I like everything in the Pop Daddy. All right, let me grab another one. All right, here we go. All right, anybody else? Got a couple more left. All right. Next, one of the things I've been really enjoying selling is moon pies. Now, I don't have room to put every single flavor that I have, so Melissa's just going to type it in. I've got blueberry, chocolate, banana, vanilla, and I found one more box of lemon, and that's it. Oh, I put this box the wrong way. There we go. So I have 5 flavors, but I only have 1 lemon left. I thought I had sold the last lemon last week, and I found 1 more. So $3 for choice, and we have 5 flavors. Once again, the 5 flavors are blueberry, chocolate, vanilla, banana, and I just have the 1 lemon left, and that's it. Moon pie flavors are seasonal, so therefore they're always going to be changing. Some of them are going to get retired out, new ones are going to get started. So I get what I can. They're very popular in my local area, and y'all have probably heard Laurie and I tell stories about the way we both tried them first, which is that they were thrown from Mardi Gras parade floats, but they only threw the chocolate ones. I don't know if they now throw different flavors, but when I was growing up, they only threw the chocolate ones. It could have just been that chocolate ones were the only ones that existed. Okay, anybody for moon pies? Okay, last call on the moon pies. Y'all getting tired of the moon pies? Okay, we can pass on moon pies. No worries. All right, next we're going to go up to $5 because these are the big, big, big snacks. Here's the first one. It is not a little packet of peanuts that you get for $1 or $2. This huge canister is 1 pound, 14 ounces. So it is 30 ounces. Think about it. Usually you get an ounce of nuts for $1, $1.25. Here is 30 ounces. So easily 30 servings. But I'm not starting this out at $30. I'm not starting this out at 15. I'm not starting this out at 10. I'm starting this big 30-ounce canister at 6. Oh, wait, we must have had a lag. Okay. So we're back on moon pies. This is a great time to remind everybody to make sure you're on live chat, not top chat, and to make sure the little red line at the bottom of your screen is pulled all the way forward. And while you're at it, go ahead and click the thumbs up for me. Janice is so great about always reminding us about the thumbs up. Because even though we're a small group, we still want to let YouTube know that y'all approve of my channel. Because after canceling my Tuesday auction, my algorithm's going to need help. YouTube doesn't like it when you don't stick to your schedule. They like it when you stay regular with your broadcasts. So 5 flavors to choose from: chocolate, vanilla, banana, blueberry, and I have just 1 more lemon. Okay, Laurie's going to go for banana. All right. Anybody else? Y'all just put in the chat what flavor and how many. Okay, banana are so good. You put them in the microwave for just a couple of seconds, and it is yummy and ooey gooey. Really great on top of vanilla ice cream too. Okay, so meanwhile, I have the salted peanuts, dry roasted, 30 ounces, Melissa. We're going to start these at $6. $6. Look how big they are. Oh, let me show you all the date on these. Where's the date? I saw it somewhere. Let's see. Where, oh, where? Where, oh, where has that little date gone? Okay, here it is. The date is August 20th. I have my camera here so you can see the big 30-ounce canister. And just think of all the things you can store in the canister after you've eaten all of these peanuts. And we'll be having snacks all the way to the top of the hour. And then at the top of the hour, we're going to do a $1 round, and then we'll be taking requests on other items. So I'm trying to move quickly just so I can show y'all lots of other snacks, because we won't see snacks again until next Saturday. Thank you for reminding everybody about memberships. I appreciate that. All right, last call on this big container of nuts. You still got 2 months to eat 30 ounces. Okay, we're going to pass on it then. All right, next I've got a big multi-pack, variety pack of cookies. Now, sometimes it's really hard to decide, well, what kind of cookies do I want? What kind of filling do I want? And most of the time, you can't find a variety pack. You have to buy either all orange or all vanilla or all strawberry. And I have had some of the packs with just one filling. And if there's a filling you're looking for, let me know and I can get it for you. We recently had some that were all lemon, all orange, and they sold. I think we had some that were all strawberry as well. So I'm willing to get those again. But y'all seem to like the multi-pack better. We're going to start these at $5. And you're saying, why? Well, it's because you get 10 packages in here. So you're getting 10 packs for $5. That's just 50 cents a pack. Well, let's show you all the flavors. The first one is strawberry cream. The second one is vanilla cream. The third one is also vanilla cream, but you go from vanilla cream and a vanilla cookie to vanilla cream and a chocolate cookie. Then we have banana cream inside a chocolate cookie. And lastly, orange cream inside a vanilla cookie. Oh, Lori! Oh, so sweet, so sweet. I can't wait to play the song. Here we go.
So let's dance, let's sing, let's shout to the rhythm of life day and night. Let's say, Liverpool, let's roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll.
Sorry, we had a false start. Let's do it over.
So let's dance, let's sing, let's shout to the rhythm of life day and night. Let's say, Liverpool, let's roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll. With gratitude in our soul, let the good times roll, 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 let the good times roll. With gratitude in our soul, let the good times roll, let the good times roll, let the good times roll.
Woohoo! thank you, Laurie. I'm sorry it kind of started and clicked and stopped, so I ran it back. That way we get a full play. I wanted you to get the full song for your $2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, in my parents' generation, they had something called I'm not sure if it was jute box or juke box, but you would put coins in it and it would play something called a record. A record was this plastic vinyl piece that's kind of like a CD, but it was black and it was smaller. And every time we'd go to like an old time diner, they would try to explain to me that the juke box, I'm not sure if it's jute or juke. Y'all can correct me in the chat. What it was and how it worked. And they were so proud of it. And they would always sing this little song that said, put another nickel in the Nickelodeon. And I'd always say, what's a Nickelodeon? And they'd say, that's the thing in the corner, the old timers. And I'm like, old timers? Y'all are old. Come on. But it's funny that even your parents would call generations before them, the old timers, that they would call it a Nickelodeon. Isn't that funny? I hear Nickelodeon and I now think children's cable network. But it's funny how things were so different back then and how the same terms can now mean different stuff. Okay, it's jukebox. All right, I don't know what a juke is. I think jute is some kind of twine or rope. Y'all might have to just tell me what a juke is. Now, if it was a duke, I would know both, you know, in royalty and in mayo. I don't know what a juke is. Okay, I got to talking. I'm sorry. So this is 10 packages of assorted sandwich crackers. And so you're going to get 2 with the strawberry cream, 2 with vanilla cream inside vanilla cookies, 2 with vanilla cream inside of delicious chocolate cookies, 2 with banana cream inside chocolate cookies, and 2 with orange cream inside vanilla cookies. Melissa's so smart. She knows stuff. Okay, it's jukebox, but jute is twine. What's juke? We know what jute is, but what's a juke? Like joker? No, I guess not. That'd be with an O. There's so much I don't know. This is yet another reason I need a co-host job. All right, so looking for $5 for the big 10-pack of assorted variety sandwich cookies. Anybody think 10 packages of cookies are worth $5? I always think, you know, I should just open these up and sell them for $1 each. But I hate to sell something and make $10 on it when y'all could just buy the whole big thing for $5. But if anybody would prefer for me to open these up and sell packages individually, let me know, and we could always do that at the top of the hour. Because I'm reasonable that way. Okay. Next, let's try some other cookies. These are only going to be $3 for choice. The first one is some sugar wafer cookies. These are in chocolate. And I'll tell you what I like about these. They have 20 packs in here. Not sure if y'all can see, but each of these is a separate pack. So if you've ever been eating wafer cookies and you had a hard time closing them up, these aren't going to get stale or stiff or mushy or dry out because they're all individually packaged inside here. Oh, wait. Looks like Laurie has answers. I should have just asked Laurie to co-host. Okay. It says the term jukebox itself is believed to derive from the Gullah word juke or jug, meaning disorderly or rowdy, referring to the juke joints where the music and dancing were common. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lori. Okay. So the disorderly rowdy kids were the ones that were jukes. And of course, they played the music on their jukebox. I understand now. So, of course, music and dancing resulted. That just makes total sense. All right. Next one are chocolate cream sandwich cookies. Now, these are double filled. Double filled. So $3 for choice. I really appreciate you looking that up, Laurie. It's so fun to learn these things from generations gone by. I mean, y'all may have known. I did not know. Did not know. Okay, looking for $3 for choice of chocolate wafer cookies or double filled chocolate filled creams. I love that they're double filled, not double stuffed, because that would mean that's a trademarked phrase. But they're double filled. So I need y'all to save me because, this is the kind of thing when I'm watching auctions, I'm hungry and I didn't have time to cook. And I think I could just open that. It didn't sell. So y'all save me. Save me. Y'all don't know how hard it is to have a house full of snacks when you get hungry. Okay, last call on these then, if there's no interest. Okay, I want to put a few things on sale for just $2. So I was previously selling these for $3, but I'm putting them on sale for $2. This is the Blue Heat Talkies. They are good until August. There's a lot of heat though. I want to warn you, a lot of heat in those Talkies. It's a really big bag. Next, I'm going to reduce this one to $2. This is Betty Crocker Delights. It's a super moist carrot cake, and there's pudding in the mix. And this one is good until November 4th. Next, I have Mott's 4-pack of applesauce, and these have clear packages. There's no sugar added. It's a great taste, you can see. And look on the back here. It says, "Hi, I'm Penelope." And only Laurie's going to get this joke. But my late mother's name was Penelope. So the fact that they took her name of Penelope and turned it into their mascot, that would have made my mommy so happy. All right, so here's this. And last but not least, I have this whole, look how many you get. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 of these. It is sticks with a cheese in it. So these are the choices for $2. So the Blue Heat Talkies, the Betty Crocker Super Moist Carrot Cake, the Mott's No Sugar Added Applesauce Packets, and the cheese dip with cracker sticks. $2 for choice. And everything is a one and done. There are no multiples. Anybody for $2? Oh, I'll also put these in. I have these Nerds gummy clusters. Normally, I'd be worried about sending these, but they're already in clusters. So, therefore, there's no chance that um, it's going to be a problem if they were to cluster together because they start out in clusters. So, we'll add this as well. Okay, Jocelyn's in for 2. Oh, but you know what? I'm wrong. I do have 2 of the Nerds, so that isn't a one and done. All the rest are one and done. Oh, I didn't get through all the snacks, but I'm at the top of the hour. Well, we'll show some more snacks next Saturday for the first hour. All right. Janice was, oh, Jocelyn's at 2:20. Okay, I see it. I see it. Janice is at 2:50. Power bid. So everything's a one and done, except I do have 2 of the nerd covered gummy clusters. Okay, we'll count it down then. You never know. Sometimes the one you were bidding on might not get picked, might still be that around when it's your turn to pick. Sometimes it just works out that way. Fair warning. Okay, she's going to take the cheese with the sticks. Great choice. Okay, anything else? Otherwise, we will go to, I believe Jocelyn was our backup bidder. We'll make sure we've got Janice's complete order, and then we'll see if we can get anything that's still left from Jocelyn. I see we've got a glare here. Sorry about that. Okay, she's going for the Mott's brand applesauce. Great healthy choice. Okay. Anybody else? Still have some good ones. All right, last call on these. Okay, Lori's going to get both of the nerd covered gummy clusters. Fantastic. All right, anybody for the super extreme blue Takis or the delicious super moist carrot cake by Betty Crocker Delights? Okay, last call. All right, let me move these to the side and we will do our next dollar round. It'll be our next Bell's Bargain Bonanza. Move out of the way. I don't want this to be in my way. Let's see if I can move it over here. Okay. All right. Let's do some charms next. Charms kind of hard without a co-host, but I know with it being a smaller audience, it should be easier. All right. Get out the grid. Here's the grid. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, now I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with the term oil slick before. These are made of like an oil slick type material. So these are not discolored. They are purposely multicolored, if that makes sense. That's why you can see some blue, some purple, some gold color in them. So this is the first one. It's a pretty little flower. We'll put this on arm. This one is a leaf. Next, we have a cactus. Here's a set of 2 leaves. Thank you for dropping my Discord link. If y'all aren't, oops, I got it upside down because there's no loop at the top. If y'all aren't already connected to me, it's a great way to message, to see my posts, to video call, to voice call. All right, here's a different type of leaf. I'll put this one on N. This one is a little bit smaller. It's mostly purple though. Not sure if y'all can see it's mostly purple. Oh look, the back is mostly blue. It's funny that depending on which way you turn it, it's going to change the coloration of it. That's so cool. So not necessarily the same colors of the oil spill on front and back. Okay. Next, attention owl lovers. I think these are so super cute. This one's in a silverish tone, or it could be pewter. I'm not sure. We'll put that one on L. Next, for our music lovers, here is, it could be a guitar, could be a cello, could be a bass. We're going to put that on K. I know it's a little bit big for this size grid, but I always want to be as generous as I can with y'all. Ooh, this one is so sparkly and pretty. It's an elephant with bling. We'll put that on J. Here's the same elephant. This one's in white. Here is a cross in black. Here's a cross in white. Here's a cross in red. Dragonfly in a light yellow. Dragonfly in a light green. Dragonfly in black. Dragonfly in white. And last but not least, here is a cute little rose. I'll put that on E. So looking for $1 starting bid for choice. Maritza, hello. So great to see you. I love seeing that cute little face of your doggy. Sometime you'll have to tell us what kind of dog it is and what the name of the doggy is. I love hearing all of those background stories. They just make me happy. All right, anybody for $1 for choice? Oops, this one's covering up the letter. $1. And y'all let me know if you think the internet's any better. Okay, Melissa herself is in for $1, and we're looking for 110. Thank you so much, Melissa. Some of these are one and done. Some of these I have multiples. If y'all need to see any of these closer again, let me know. I can always bring them forward. Or if you need to know in advance if there are multiples in case you're like an earring maker, then let me know that too. If there's no other interest, Melissa will have to count it down to herself. I'm so glad y'all are here. Please, oh please click the thumbs up. You can go ahead and count it down, Melissa, to yourself. She must have seen something she liked. I'm always so glad. And y'all encourage Melissa and let her know what a good job she's doing moderating and running the chat. Fair warning. Well, Melissa calls it final warning. That's fun too. Sold to Melissa. Okay, let's see what we can get for her. P the cactus. Okay. Did you want just one? I think I have two of that one. Let me double check. And I'll give time for Melissa to decide if she wants one or both. Yep. Here's that cactus. So let me know if you'd like to buy one or both. And then we'll see if there's any other interest. Thank you so much, Melissa. Okay, just one. Well, here it is for her. All right, anybody else? Okay, Laurie's gonna go for the two elephants. Okay. I have two of the white one and just one of the black one. So let me know if you wanted just one of the white or you want both. We know she wants the black one though. Oop, oop. Now come on, y'all. I need y'all to cooperate. All right. If you turn out to want both white ones, let me know. Okay. Anybody else? Last call on these. Okay, Laurie's saying just one. That's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Mighty fun. All right, last call. I'm about to scrape it to the side. I'm trying to tell you as many times as I can because once I scrape it to the side, I'm kind of in trouble. All right, so last call. Melissa's even saying anyone else. She too knows I'm about to scrape it to the side. Y'all let me know what you'd like to see next in the auction. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick random stuff to show you. Here's something I think is real cute. I have a couple of keychains, and I have to admit, I pulled these out of boxes of people that didn't pay. The first one is this rooster, and the second one is once again one of these oil spill types. These are going to be $3 for choice. Now this one has both the key ring and the fob to it. And you can see it's a pretty rooster, lots of colors on it. This one, let me show y'all. Hopefully y'all can kind of see the oil spill colors on it. But let me show you what it also says. This is such a encouragement, especially for the low price of $3. It says, she believed she could, so she did. I think there was a generation where women didn't know that they could do certain things. And in today's generation, people either say, oh, you can do anything you want to, sweetheart, or they just don't tell girls that, nah, that's not really a girl thing. So today, women just growing up believing that they could do stuff. So they just go out and do it. So I love this saying, she believed she could, so she did. And I also think it's just gorgeous too. But what a great message to give to girls, especially as a reward for doing the right thing, for getting good grades, for starting a business, starting a lemonade stand, for, succeeding where maybe others thought they couldn't. So. And then that rooster is just darling. If you like farmhouse, Melissa's at 3. These are both one and done, by the way. All right. Anybody for 310? Looking for 310. If not, we can go ahead and count them down. They're both one and done. So once they sell, that's it. The But the great thing about keychains are that it will work for a granny, for a child, for a teen, for somebody middle aged. It really spans the gamut. There's no, oh, they're too old for a keychain or they're too young for a keychain. A keychain just really works for every age. And I think they're also pretty as like a purse dangle. After this, I'm going to have some that are so gorgeous and so studded and so blingy. They really need to be purse dangles, but they could perhaps be a keychain. But I'll show you, and y'all can tell me if they're too pretty to be a keychain and need to be a purse dangle, or maybe they just need to be a pendant for actual jewelry. But let's get these sold. We're in fair warning or final warning, as Melissa does. About to be sold. Okay, and she's going to take the dragonfly. This one is so pretty. So pretty. Now, I really think that rooster would work for man or woman or just, anybody who loves roosters. So I don't want y'all to think that because it's an animal, it can only work for a guy. Because there's a lot of women that really enjoy animals or have farms. Okay, last call on this rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. I don't know if they really make that sound. In my head, they do. Okay, we're going to pass on this. Now, let me show you the blingy ones. These blingy ones are going to be $5, but I think you're going to see why. Boom! Now, Laurie has some of these. I'm not sure if Laurie's still in the chat to tell you what she thought or how they work or what she put them on. Oh, you like the oil slick? I like that too. So I think it kind of makes it go with everything. Now, if ever there were one that is jewelry quality, it is this. Here's the back. Here's the bail. Look how nice and thick the bail is. You could really run a necklace through this because this is jewelry quality. I personally think this is too pretty for a keychain, that this has to be a purse dangle. This dangling from a white purse, a cream purse, even beige. Look at that. Attention, butterfly lovers. And you'll notice all of these stones, the closer I get it, you'll see these are paved. They are super sparkly. So this is going to be $5 for choice. This is the first choice. Okay, first choice. If you were saying, I like that, but I need more color in my life. Well, here's more color in your life. Here's the actual keyring part of it. But look at the fabulous stones on this peacock. And here's the back. This one again is totally jewelry quality. And I love that they are faceted, they are colorful, but you still have the small paved crystals on the plumage in the front as well. It's got a black eye. Look at that little halo of color right there. So pretty for choice. So the choices are butterfly or peacock. $5 for choice. These are the blingiest and the best ones that I have. Truly, truly. And I only have one of each. But I think these would be amazing dangling on a fancy handbag. But if you want to use it as a keychain, can't stop you. Okay. Any interest? It would be so easy to turn this one into a necklace. You just take the chain off and drag a necklace through it. So easy to turn into a necklace. All right, well, last call on these then. All right, let's put these away. Oh, I did forget to tell y'all, if you're the type of person who likes to make your own keychains, I do have the solution. I should have told y'all during the dollar round. Let me get an example of each one. If you want to make your own, I have these big clasps. So you can get a clasp in gold or a clasp in silver. Clasp are only $1. So just tell me gold or silver and the number you want. So if you want to make your own keychains, you just need one of these clasps and you just need some kind of pendant. Maybe you even make something or crochet something or mold something or whatever. You could combine a craft with these and start your own little business selling them. So these are a $1 add-on in choice of gold or silver. Just tell me the number you want. All right, let me put these aside and we will get back to the auction. Oh. Okay. Well, I will find that later. Okay. All right, let me back up the camera. And it is the season for cold drinks because the weather is so hot. So how do you keep your cold drinks cold? I have these cute little koozies. These are going to be $3 for choice. Now I'm going to have 3 types. I'm going to have the standard can size, which is this one. I'm going to have the tall, skinnier can size, you know, kind of like a Red Bull type. So that's going to be this one. And these are all new with tag. And then last but not least, I'm going to have the zip up kind for your bottles of, you know, Pellegrino or flavored waters. So those are going to be the 3 types. So the short can, the tall can, and the zip up for a bottle. Now let me show you the patterns. So in the small cans, we have love. We have made in the USA. That's right. Made in the USA. Okay, next I have the American flag. That's in the shorter one. Here is one of these made in the USA in the tall. So you can see the size difference with them sitting next to each other. Here's a Born Free in the shorter ones. Okay, in the taller, here's a Statue of Liberty. Very pretty. And here is a flag. So 4 choices in the short, 4 choices in the tall. And in the zip up, we only have the flag and a Born Free. So $3 for choice. These are the choices. No, you're not going to stand up. I need y'all to work with me. Okay. There's our choices. Some of these have multiples. Some of these are one and done. So looking for $3. Great way to keep your cold drinks cold, whether it's your soda or your lemon lime Sprite 7-Up kind of beverage, or maybe you're a tea drinker, like brisk tea, Lipton tea, or I know some of y'all go for the root beers, energy drinks. I'm so boring. I just like Pepsi and Dr. Pepper, and that's about it. And I feel guilty just even going out to, oh, get a soda. 'Cause I always feel like I could just drink water. But I'm always worried about the condition of tap water, and buying water is so expensive. I usually think if I'm going to buy water, I might as well just buy something that tastes good. Probably like, Belle, that is just not a good idea. Okay, anybody for $3? These are not just for 4th of July. These are patriotic, so you can use them all summer. You can use them Veterans Day. You can use them all year around because I think you can always be a patriotic American. Well, maybe not so much on um, St. Patrick's Day. We're kind of focused on Irish. Or maybe not on Bastille Day. Oh, that's a big announcement. I am going to broadcast on Bastille Day. I thought about canceling because I would really, really like to go to the Bastille Day celebrations that we have. So much fun and festivals and revelry and food and games and concerts. But I'm going to stay home and broadcast. But on Bastille Day, we're going to make it a celebration and we're going to have Belle's bonus pies. So y'all make sure and mark your calendars for Bastille Day. We don't happen to be broadcasting on Independence Day. It falls on a Friday, but I am broadcasting on Bastille Day. So July 14th will be a great celebration here. Who else can celebrate Bastille Day? Well, I mean, there's the whole country of France, and there's Quebec in Canada. But other than that, I think New Orleans is the only place that actually celebrates Bastille Day. Okay, well, I guess we're going to pass on this. I tell you what, I don't think that I've done a buy more, save more yet. So let's do a buy more, save more, Melissa. Please, please, can we? Melissa, let's drop these to a buy more, save more of 2 for $4. 2 for $4. Let's see if anybody is interested now that the price has plunged. Falling prices, falling prices. Watch out, watch out. I'll give Melissa a minute to put it in the chat before we clear these away. Watch out for the falling prices of the buy more, save more, where you can buy 2 for the low price of $4. Anybody interested now? You've got love with the American flag. You've got made in the USA. We have the American flag. We have born free. This one has the beautiful Statue of Liberty, France's gift to the United States. American flag. Made in the USA, born free in the zipper, and American flag in the zipper. Okay, last call on these. I'm about to clear them out. They will still be available on the replay. Hi, Nancy. Welcome, welcome. So glad you came to hang out with us. Thank you, thank you. Okay, next, let's see what we have. Next, $2 starting bin. I have some long cuff gloves. Oh, Nancy, I know you, but then I don't guess I can tell people why. Let me just say this. Those of you saying, oh, you don't know who I am, you have to remember y'all sent me your information to register. So sometimes your name comes from an email or comes from your address or comes from something you've sent me or told me. So that's sometimes how I'm able to recognize y'all, even though YouTube is changing your names. So I've never been able to ask Nancy about what kind of dance she likes or what kind of dance that she uses to praise God with, because that's never shown on the screen and I didn't want to dox her. But if you want to tell us the story behind that cute name, I'd love to hear it. I bet some other people would love to hear it too. Because there are some churches that have dance, that have interpretive dance, that have those really pretty dances with the flags and with the scarves. And, you know, David danced in the Bible, but she doesn't necessarily have any of those stories. It does. Like I said, I can't tell everybody why I recognize you, but from you sending your information, that name is noticeable to me. So I knew it was you. Okay, so looking for $2 for these Dawn brand long cuff gloves. Did y'all know that Dawn wasn't just a dishwashing liquid, that they also make other cleaning supplies, and that one of the cleaning supplies they make are these long cuff gloves. These are premium latex gloves. They are cotton lined and they have an embossed grip. And you're saying, well, why is the embossed grip important? Well, because your hands or even your gloves get slippery when you're doing dishes. If you've ever had a cup, a glass, a plate slip out of your hands while you were washing it, and then you're like, oh no, it just slipped. You know, even slipping out of your hands and back into the sink, you know, if it's grandma's antique china, it can put a little nick, a little chip, a little flea bite in it. It's amazing how easy those accidents happen and how the tiniest little slip can result. So I love that these gloves have the embossed grip just to help you hold on to those slippery little suckers. So I only have one pair of these. $2. They're pretty blue. There we go. Based on Psalms 150, verse 4. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, last call on these gloves. All right, we're going to pass. Okay, next, $2. I have a cute little craft supply. These are 3D butterfly decorations. And some of you may be saying, wait, those are just white. We can hardly even see them. Oh, wait, well, they do come in 3 sizes. That's kind of cool. And there are actually multiples of the 3 sizes. Y'all see how many multiples here? But this is what you do. They're white because you can paint them or draw on them, color them, marker them, and then you bend them to make them 3D. It says installing your new 3D butterflies should be a fun experience. Simply follow the steps and you'll be enjoying your new 3D butterflies in minutes. Oh, I think I forgot to say, Melissa, these are $2 for the set. Oh, here we go. Here's some more information from Nancy. I used to be on a dance team at church that I used to go to. We got to use the flags and the banners and the glory hoops. I still dance for Jesus. I knew that there were churches that did that, so I am so glad you got to go to a church that had a whole worship dance team. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so even though these start out white, you paint them, you color them, and then you fold them so that they're 3D. All right, Melissa is in for 2. Now, Nancy, at the beginning, we started talking about YouTube changing everybody's names and figuring out who was who. But since you kind of missed the everybody figuring out who was who, if you need to ask who anybody is, you feel free because there's always going to be new people coming in. And even though we kind of all know each other and follow each other from auction to auction to auction, we're all going to be asking that as this switch over in YouTube happens until we kind of figure out who everybody is again. And I'm sure some people will be changing their names to make it easier. And sometimes you can just look at the icon and say, oh, like I recognize Maritza by her cute dog. So, and then I just looked down, saw the dog and said, hi, Maritza. But you know, if somebody else had the same dog picture, I could have accidentally misidentified. All right, we've got Melissa in at 2. We're looking for 210. Oh, and Nancy, we did have a snack hour at the beginning. Every Saturday, we're going to be doing a snack hour for the first hour. All right, any other interest? If not, Melissa's going to call this down to herself, and it's a one and done. So many fun crafts you could do with these. And once again, there are multiples of each size. I don't want you to think it's just 4 in 4 different sizes, multiples of each size. Okay, we are sold. Okay, now not everybody has a green thumb, and that's okay. We all have our own different skills. I have this. It almost looks like a real fern, doesn't it? It has layer upon layer upon layer. I'm not going to fan this out and make it look all pretty because then I'm going to have to squish it back flat so I can mail it to you. So for those of y'all that are saying, well, how big is it going to be? How big does it mail? It's fairly flat now, which is why I'm not going to arrange it all out to look pretty so that I can mail it out to you. But it's going to be nice and big once you fan it out. And I love that the ones in the center are shorter and smaller, and the ones towards the outside are longer. This one's going to be $5, and it's all on one big bush stem. Now, if you want to cut it apart and arrange each one separately, you can. But I think it's easier just to put this in like some foam or cement or whatever, and then just bend these. But, the choice is yours. Let me get out the ruler here. Well, the ruler's not going to do it justice. I mean, I can start down here. If I start down here, 12 inches gets us up here. And if I start out up here, 12 inches gets us this far. So it's way bigger than it's probably showing. So I'm going to start this at $5. So whether you put it in a vase, a planter, you could even, poke a little hole in your dirt. I don't think anybody would ever realize that this was silk and not growing in your dirt. Truly, truly. Oh, Nancy says we also use streamers. Oh, I think those are so pretty. And dance works so well with praise and worship music. Although I've also seen it used to tell a story. When I was growing up, I went to a bigger church in town with my whole youth group because they were doing a special dance performance. And there was this soft, sweet dance to Sandy Patty's Via Dolorosa. It was around Easter, and we were all just in tears. It was so beautifully done, so worshipful, and that song just tells such a story of Jesus's death on the cross. We were just all in tears, and even though I was like 15 when I saw it, still, as a middle-aged woman, I think back and remember how touching and worshipful it was. Sometimes I don't think people realize how worshipful dance can be. Because, for some people, dance is just, shaking what your mama gave you. But really, even going back to the Hawaiians and doing the hula at luau's, it can tell stories and be very artistic. Okay, I'm just talking. I'm sorry, but I love learning about y'all. I was telling Nancy and some other people, just come hang out at the auction. You don't have to buy anything. Just come and chat. And especially on a slow night like tonight when there's lots of other auctions, I love just to hang out with y'all. Somebody had suggested to me that maybe you just cancel your auction. I'm like, no, I can't cancel. I canceled the auction on Tuesday. And I said, plus, I just want to hang out with my friends. So I said, even if I don't sell anything, I just want to talk and hang out. And so I kind of knew that we might be doing a little bit more talking tonight than selling, but I appreciate that y'all are still here for it. All right, we're going to pass on this. This was a one and done, and I know artificial isn't everybody's cup of tea. Okay, $3 for choice. Let me show you what I have. I have this nice long scrub back sponge, and if you're a person who can't reach your back, or maybe your husband is busy. I'm sure, lots of husbands come in there and they're like, oh, can I help you out, honey? You need some help doing your back. But, sometimes husbands get busy. So look how soft it is. It also comes with a little hook. And what is the hook for? Well, the hook is to hang it, of course. So it's the brush and the hook to hang it on. Now, if you don't want to hang it, you can use the hook for something else, or you can just discard the hook. But I love that it comes with the hook for $3. But if you're a person who's saying, I really like a loofah, I'm not so much into the brush, well, this one is a brush and a loofah. It is double-sided. This one does not come with the hook. It's got a little loop where you could hang it somewhere, but it doesn't come with the hook. Maybe you're a his and hers household, and one of you gets the double-sided one, and one of you gets the single side. Oh, I should also show you, look right here, these ridges. This is how you know where to put your hand and that your hand doesn't move, because these are ergonomic for your hands. That way it is not sliding out of your hand grip. So those are the two options. I have two of this one, only one of the blue. Also, if anybody wants a mystery bag of home, craft, or beauty, y'all just let me know. I still have a few left. It may be a short auction tonight since I don't have a way to go to the bathroom or anything, but we'll keep going as long as I can. Okay, any interest? All right, we will move these aside. This is probably the kind of thing you can sell on the replay. All right, because keychains were popular before, I want to show you three more keychains. Bring y'all down here. Oops. Okay, these are not just any keychain. No, no, no. Oops. Maybe they're too big for the. They are a keychain with a pen. So they've got these beautiful dangles, and then they look like an ice cream, but they're actually a pen. So when you're out and about, if you need a way that you can write your number down, or maybe you're writing down the mileage, maybe you're writing down the license plate of that car in front of you to report them, it can be for anything. But this way, you can always have a pen on your keychain, and it looks like a cute little ice cream cone. So $3. I only have these three colors: yellow, um, light green, and white. But I just think it's so handy to have a pen with you. And the fact that the pen can be on your keychain, it could also be on your gear shift, though. I'll just dox myself and say, I kept one of these, but I don't use it as a keychain. I put the keychain around my gear shift. And then when I need to write something down, and because I see a billboard or I see a license plate or I see something, that's where I find it. That's also where I keep my hand sanitizer, is on my gear shift. Because they just dangle so perfectly from there. And also, I love these cute little crystals as well. I feel like these are so pretty. So $3 for choice. They're all one and done. Any interest? Okay, we're going to pass on these then. All right, next I have this big set of building blocks. These are kind of long, and just imagine all the things you can build with them. So here they are. They're all white though. So I think it might be great for like building a house or a skyscraper or a castle. Let me show you how big the package is. These are going to start out at $5. Now, I don't see any label on them, so I don't know what brand they are. I'm not going to promise they're a certain brand or not. So $5. Let me get out my ruler. There are just tons and tons and tons in here. So this bag is about 7.5 by about 7, but it's a huge bag. Lots of stuff you could build with these. You know, if kids are bored during the summer and they're looking for something to build, just hand them a bag of this and see how many things they can build. Or maybe you have 2 or 3 kids that you're watching, have a contest, who can build, the bigger or the better one or the prettier one. You have sand castle building contests. Why couldn't you have a contest inside where they're not getting covered with the dangerous UVA and UVB rays that grow cancer cells in their skin? Instead, stay indoor where it's safer to the skin. And instead of building with sand, build with building blocks. And I don't know why you couldn't color or paint these if you wanted to. All right, last call on these. Well, I tell you what, let's do a price drop. I'm not sure if we've done a price drop tonight. I know we've done a buy more, save more. So let's do a price drop on these and we'll see if we can get these sold. So for the price drop, let's drop these from 5 to 4 down to 3. Down to just $3 for this big bag. Who's interested in 3? Thank you for putting in the price drop, Melissa. You're doing such a great job as always. I hope you are well. I've been so worried about Jane with her being under the weather and still nodding and having lost her voice. Y'all remember to keep sweet Holy Spirit Firefall Jane in your prayers. All right, last call on this one. I see we're at the top of the hour, so let me move this aside and let's do some pens. I got a bunch of new pens in today. There are a couple of people that I said, oh, you've got to look and see what I have, but I don't think they're here tonight, so I'm going to try to wait to show the pens that certain people were looking for. But I do have some that I think might just appeal to everybody. Okay, here is the first one. Oh, these are going to be $1 for choice, and because this is the Belle's Bargain Bonanza. So here's the first one. Look at this sweet little panda. Oh, cute, cute, cute. I think I had too much light. And he's saying, take me home tonight. All right, so panda's the first one. Then here's an orange dinosaur. He too wants to be chosen. I'm not sure if this is a chipmunk, maybe a squirrel, gopher. Look at that cute little pink tail. He's even got a little pink in his face. Okay, we'll make that the next one. Oh, this one might make some of you hungry. It makes me hungry. Look at this cute little donut with the sprinkles. Here's a cute little unicorn riding a moon. Adorable. For those of y'all who have pets, look at this cute little paw print. Now, I'm not sure why part of this is gray and part of this is white. I don't know. But maybe y'all do. Maybe it's some kind of character and I just don't know it. I think this is a cat. Look at those cute little ears. It's got its hands up. Throw my hands up, playing my song. Oh, here is a donut unicorn. Is there such a thing as a donut unicorn? I think this is so cute. Apparently, there is a donut unicorn. This one has a crown and says lovely. What a nice way to give somebody a compliment that they are lovely. Here's a cute little pink bunny. Look at that sweet smile. Ears up. Here comes Peter Cottontail. Now, this one looks to me kind of like a Care Bear. Or maybe it's just a teddy bear. And remember, we're looking for $1 starting bid. And you can bid anytime you see one that you think is worthy. Look at this little green one. I'm not sure if this is an alien or a panda. Can you have a panda alien? Oh, so cute. There's green. Here is a sweet little heart with wings. This one also says lovely. Here is a cute little cactus, and it says sunny day. All right, looking for $1 starting bid. Anybody think these are worthy of $1? Any interest in any of the pens? Will y'all let me know what you'd like to see tonight? Oh, Laurie's back. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, we've got Laurie in for $1, and we're looking for $1.10 now for choice. I just ordered a big shipment of pens, so some of these I have multiples. I know sometimes that y'all have to be able to have several duplicates if you've got kids or grandkids. Did I lose power? I can't tell if y'all can still see or hear me. This is exactly why I needed a co-host. Oh no. Y'all see or hear